Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. It's your boy, Do It With Dan, and today we're going to hop on the Hayabusa and do a little moto vlog. I know you guys are probably sitting here thinking like, Dan, whose Corvette is this? This isn't your Corvette. This is a white Corvette. Your Corvette isn't white. Long story short, I won this thing in a golf match. No shit. That's going to be a fun video, so don't miss that when it comes out. It should be next. But we're going to hop on this boy. We got some shit to talk about today. Ugh. Ooh, kind of a weak start. We have not had a chance to ride this thing very much lately. Red, white, blue. We love that combo. Just work. Link in the description. Enter in a chance to win a motorcycle, I guess. I don't know. Let us leave. Let us leave? Let us leave. Whoa. That truck came up on me. I'm glad I looked, man. He was right there. Pay more attention, dude. We got an H2 truck and this car's all fucked up. Man, there's a lot of drama going on right now in the moto community, the online moto community. I don't know, it's hard to explain because I haven't been a part of motorcycle drama in the better part of like 8-9 years, I feel like. It's been a long time since I used to hop on here and talk shit about other people. I'm gonna try not to do that today because it's not fair. But you know, I'm gonna. So there's this guy out there. That's Como. It's leaning. So there's a guy out there in the moto community, the moto vlogger. I don't even know what to call him anymore. Like motorcycle creator, we'll call it. Now, I personally wasn't aware of this individual until all this drama went down. DancingMoto, moto dancer, some shit. I don't know. Basically, this dude, what he does, he dances in pajamas in front of his motorcycle wearing a helmet, and that's like his whole shtick. That's it, dude. Fucking dancing in front of his motorcycle to TikTok music, I guess. And, well, recently, I mean, other than the fact that the shit's kind of like cringe and gay or whatever, which is fine. You can be cringe and gay all you want. I'm not here to tell you to do that, yay or nay. But this guy's recently come under some heavy fire, I guess, from pretty much the entire motorcycle community. I have not stopped seeing videos of people shitting on this guy for what he's done. And I'm going to do my best to summarize it. You know, I'm not the smartest crayon in the applesauce drawer, but we'll get there, right? So this dude, aside from doing the cringy TikTok dances and whatnot, found himself running from the police, or in a police chase, I should say, on his motorcycle, and got fucked up pretty good, it looks like. At least that's what he said. And the video is gnarly, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the video, the chase is kind of gnarly. I'm gonna not post any of that footage, I think, just strictly because I don't want to have to worry about copyright or any legal issues. I don't know, because this is all allegedly, right? I don't think his court case has been finished. I don't think any of that. It's all allegedly. So this guy runs from the police on an R7. I know you're already thinking, like, who the fuck would do that? Who the fuck in their right mind would run from the police on an R7? It gets so much better. Hold on to your fucking horses, man. It gets so much better than that. So this guy runs from the police on his R7 in his pajamas while it's raining. He's raining. It's raining. He's riding his R7, running from the cops in his pajamas. Now, that is already an insane recipe for disaster. If you've ridden for longer than 10 fucking seconds, you know that's problem city, right? That's not even the worst part, dude. He was running from GSP, Georgia State Patrol, God's special people. Brother, I've done a lot of dumb fucking things before in my life. Never in the history of everdom will you find me running from Georgia State Patrol on an R7 in the rain in pajamas. That is like the umpteenth level of fucking retarded, dude. Who did not tell him that Georgia State Patrol will fucking kill you? No, for real. Like, if you guys have ever been in the state of Georgia, ever ridden in the state of Georgia, ever even heard about the state of Georgia, or the term Georgia State Patrol has come across your feed at one point or another, you know that GSP does not give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your life, your car, none of that, dude. It's one of the main reasons that I don't run from the cops anymore, is that I live in the state of Georgia where, get this, Georgia State Patrol lives, you know? And you guys know that I'm not like anti-police. I'm pro law enforcement. I believe in having law enforcement have a budget, you know, all this other shit. So I don't take it as me being anti-cop. I do not mean that. I've known a lot of police officers, especially in my life as like personal friends and shit like that. You do not run from Georgia State Patrol, brother. That is just rule number one. Dude, there's an interview with GSP. I think it's GSP. Have you seen, there's an interview, there's a video, not an interview, but some guy gets pulled over on his motorcycle, and the cop's all giddy. He's like, oh, I thought you was gonna run. And he's like, no, I don't run all that stuff. He's like, good, because we love chasing bikes until they fucking die. We love it. And, which is already, like, pretty sadistic behavior, for sure. Like, that's crazy, right? You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't like that. You shouldn't be like, oh, hell yeah, I love chasing motorcycles till they fucking die. But they do! They love it! There's 3 things in this life that are true: death, taxes, and getting chased to your fucking grave by Georgia State Patrol. They will pit maneuver your shopping cart. They don't give a fuck. If it's got wheels and it's moving away from them, consider it an active threat, motherfucker. It's just crazy to me that you would ever do that. Why would you do that? I know a lot of people come from states and counties where they have no chase policies for motorcycles. They do not have that here. Do not come to Georgia. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's 2 steps away from getting pitted by GSP, dude. I'd watch the fuck out. Hide your wives, hide your kids, because Georgia State Patrol pitting everybody out here. They don't give a fuck. So this guy runs from Georgia State Patrol, and they literally wreck him. Like, they box him in. Dude, he's running in the rain wearing fucking, like, pajamas, like Cookie Monster pajamas. Like the type of clothing you see fat people wear at Walmart. This guy's running from the cops, no gloves, just a shirt on his back and a bunch of hopes and fucking dreams and TikTok dances. So anyway, Georgia State Patrol wrecks him, obviously, and then they run his ass over. That's how little Georgia State Patrol gives a fuck. Not only will they pit your motorcycle, they'll run you the fuck over. And you're thinking, oh, there's gotta be some policy that prevents this. No! There is no policy that prevents GSP from shoving their front bumper guard up your ass. I guarantee you the cop that did that went home and told his wife about it, and then him and his wife and his kids all laughed about DancingMoto together. Honey, you won't believe this little gay retard run over on the way home from work. I wasn't even on duty. I was just fucking bored. Fucking murked. Like, they just straight up, like, boxed the shit in and knocked him off. And there's more to it than just that. Like, it's one thing to do something heinously stupid, right? I've been there. I've done dumb stuff. Never that dumb, but I've been dumb before. I don't think I've ever been that dumb. I mean, that's like not wrapping it up when the girl tells you that she can't get pregnant. That's fucking stupid, dude. So he gets wrecked, obviously. And then I guess he lied about a few things. I don't know how people were able to verify this, but you know the internet. If you're shitty about something or you're dumb or cringy on the internet, they will put you in your place. That is just how the internet is, you know? I've been on the receiving end of that a few times. And it's helped me grow a lot as a person. And I think this is probably this guy's opportunity to do so as well. But they somehow figured out that he lied about a few things. His condition, I think, was one of them. He did set up a GoFundMe in which, you know, like, everybody has seen a GoFundMe when their favorite YouTuber wrecks. It's fucking, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I really don't. But, like, if you're gonna do that, you gotta be honest and truthful. You know, you gotta be like, hey guys, I fucked up, and then allow people to make the conscious decision to donate to you. You should just never lie about it. That's kind of what it comes down to. So I guess he lied about his condition. He lied about the reason he was riding or running. And it just created a whole bunch of issues. Or not issues, but chances for people to call him out on his bullshit. So he is being called out on his bullshit. I'm gonna crash! Oh! Ah! Ah! I'm just kidding. It's fine. I'm gonna probably use that as the thumbnail, guys. I'm probably gonna clickbait that a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. I said, wow, that's fine. At least you acknowledge it. You said, wow, do it with Dan. At least you're acknowledging that you're a filthy little pig liar. Oink, oink. Oink, oink. I said, wow. So yeah, I guess he lied about that kind of stuff. The internet found out. Now everyone's like, look at this gay retard. You know, it's fine. You know, I mean, that's the risk you run. So now the online motorcycle community is up in arms, you know, and I'm kind of torn because, like, I've been dumb, I've done dumb stuff, and would I want to be judged based on the dumbest thing I've ever done? No. But did other people? Yeah. So, like, you gotta take your lumps, kid. You know, you did the dumb thing. You gotta learn your lesson. You're not special. Nobody is. I'm not. You're not. We're all on the same planet. I don't want to just judge this guy based on that, but it's like when you consistently show someone has, like, a bad judge of character, or a bad judgment of character, I should say. So I guess he lied about how much it was going to cost or how bad he was injured. There was, like, he was claiming he was in ICU but also locked up, and there's just a bunch of conflict of interest when it comes to his story. It's just not accurate. So, man, people are eating this guy alive. Mostly, you think it's, and honestly, you think it's because he ran from the cops on an R7 in pajamas. That's not really the case. It's mostly because of his cringy TikTok dances, and I'm man enough to admit that. We've all done something stupid. If you're on a motorcycle, you'd probably run from the cops. But you combine that with cringy TikTok dancing, and the internet's not going to treat you too kindly. It's just how it is, brother. I'm stopping at the new shop because I got to drop off the last little bit of rent for the old shop. Damn, this is a bad bitch. Yeah, I reached out to actually Monster Fairings reached out to me. They're like, yo, dude, we saw you got that boost, so you want to do a custom set of fairings? I'm like, yeah, boy. You know, Monster Fairings, they've made, I think these are actually Monster Fairings too, believe it or not. And you can always tell because Monster Fairings really good about this. Like, for not a lot of motorcycles have plastic tank covers, right? Like, the CBRs have plastic tanks, at least they used to. I don't know if they still do. But the CBRs used to have plastic tanks. And Kawasaki used to have plastic tank covers, but Suzuki's usually always had metal gas tanks. And you see here that this is just a plastic tank cover that sits over your metal tank, and it changes the color. I mean, that's a fantastic way to change the color of a bike without having to paint or change your fuel tank. So they're like, they hit me up anyway. They're like, yo, dude, we see that you got that new Busa, bruh. Busa, bro? You want to do a custom set of fairings? And I'm like, yeah, let me get to designing. So I'm going to design a custom color set for this. I just don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I've been in the red for a long time. Like, I've been a red guy for a hot minute. You know, I've always been red. Half my shit's red. I got red bags and red helmets and red gloves. I like red. Ooh, slippery. Oh, dude, this song, are you kidding me? Fuck yeah, Bubs. I think we're alone now. Look at me, I'm DancingMoto. Better watch out for GSP. And another reason why I was saying earlier that you shouldn't, this is something that I learned when I used to talk like mad shit about other people. You guys, if you're new to me in like the last couple of years, this is a much more reserved version of myself. I used to be fucking rude and ruthless. There's a reason why people used to say that I was an asshole. It's because I used to be. I'm a much kinder, more understanding person than I was. It took me a long time to learn empathy, right? I used to talk shit about a lot of people. You guys remember some of the videos I talked about other YouTubers, right? Other motorcycle YouTubers. I mean, it's still there. Don't get me wrong. But if you guys have watched me for a long time, you guys know I used to be just like an unfiltered asshole. I had no chill. And that's because one of the things that I didn't understand was hubris. I did not understand that every action has recoil, right? Every action has equal and opposite reaction. You are not holier than thou. You are not above somebody else, especially someone who's in a bad situation. So it's easy to look at someone like this DancingMoto gay boy and be like, haha, El Bozo, ratio, you know, get clapped, you know, all that other shit. But don't forget, you can always be put in that situation. Now, I'm not saying that you'll find yourself magically running from the cops and you're a victim of that. That's not what I mean. But you never know when that's going to be you in that hospital bed. You never know when that's going to be you in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall into the it can't happen to me mentality is all I'm trying to say. Because it can happen every fucking day. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk about the opposite right now. I'm going to talk about my homie Jigsaw. He was involved in a very nasty accident. You know, he got fucked up. And it wasn't like he was being an asshole while he was riding. He wasn't running from the cops. He wasn't doing wheelies. I don't want to speak about his situation and get it incorrectly, but I think he was hit by just like a regular truck, and he got his legs fucked up, his lungs fucked up. And it's not like he's a bad guy. Like, I love Jigsaw, you know, so like, just because you weren't running from the cops, just because you weren't out being an asshole, doesn't make you immune, is all I'm trying to say. You never know when it's going to be you in that hospital bed. You never know when it's going to be you in handcuffs, etc., etc. So that's why I'm trying to like approach this kind of stuff a little bit differently. I'm a little bit more empathetic. Is what DancingMoto did terrible and wrong and all that shit? Yeah, sure. You know, running from the cops in the rain in fucking pajamas on an R7 from GSP. That's crazy. That's stupid. You should never do that. But does that mean that this isn't an opportunity for him to learn and come out a bigger person and a better person? No. I mean, you can talk shit about people and hopefully that inspires change. And if it does, you got to accept that. You know, if someone goes through the trials and tribulations of being a dickhead, getting their shit clapped, and then they come out a better person, you got to accept that. You got to learn to accept that. People are allowed to change, and you should allow them to. But if he comes out on top of this and he's still a fucking dancing guy on a bike, you know, then it's all game. It's free game. It's free game, right? You got to let people grow and learn. Yeah, dude. Yeah, buddy, man, I love it. I couldn't get any beautifuler, man. They're gorgeous. After you, sir. Hell yeah, brother. That thing looks cozy and comfy. I love it. But yeah, you got to give people the opportunity to change. And you're allowed to eat their, like, he's getting his lunch eat by everybody in the online community about it. You know, I think the only people that really follow him are probably like underage girls. And I think there's some rumors about him talking to underage people on TikTok and stuff. I don't know. I don't want to comment on any of that. If that's true, fuck him. But you got to give people the opportunity to learn and evolve and change. But if he doesn't learn, that's on him, right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah, dude, this guy's getting it. I love it. I think we're alone now. Get it, dude! Fuck yeah! Love riding with people that just have vibes, man. That guy's vibes were immaculate. All I'm trying to say is, if this guy takes his lumps, takes his hits, takes his licks, and comes out a better person because of it, then it's all fair game, right? But if he comes back doing the same dumb gay shit, then feel free to continue to let him have it. That's all I'm trying to say. You know, I went through a lot of that. There's plenty of other YouTubers out there that have gone through that stuff, and I try to tell people so they understand. Damn, look at those cutters. Oh my God. It just means you're self-aware is all. If you can come out self-aware, then you're fine. You understand, you acknowledge the dangers of the road. You know, life isn't a video game. You only get so much time on this earth. Do you really want to spend it dancing in front of your motorcycle for fucking underage girls? That's on you, brother. That's 100% on you. It's like that Matthew McConaughey movie. Man, the best thing about high school girls is I keep getting older, but they stay the same age. All right. Or Leonardo DiCaprio. He fucks them until they're 25 and leaves them in the dirt. He's like 50 or something. You know, you can't bully someone into being a better person. You can only do so much. I'll say this, right? You do have to play both sides. I try to play both sides, and I do end up losing most people when I play both sides, but nothing in life is so simple as white and black, left or right, you know? A lot of these things have nuance to them. You know, I get a lot of people get really desensitized to people being humans on the internet because the world is full of all these cringy influencers, me included. So I'll say this, you know, as far as I know, he is not a murderer, he is not a rapist, he is not a pedophile. He's just some goober on a motorcycle doing TikTok dances, you know? Given all that information is correct about him, I hope him a speedy and healthy recovery. I know there's a lot of people who waited on my downfall. It's been 11, 12 years running strong for people to wait for me to drop dead. Could happen tomorrow, who knows? But had I not been given several second chances, I probably wouldn't be the man that I am today. And another thing too is that, like, while you and me might find the dancing shit super gay and cringe, that doesn't mean there isn't a market for it. Because obviously, if there wasn't, he wouldn't be doing it. He wouldn't be as popular as he is doing it. I don't think it's one of those things where he has like a whole lot of followers, but I think it's one of those like algorithm bait kind of things where it's like the video fits the YouTube algorithm. It's just enough between cringy and trendy. It's like that perfect medium where like the videos tend to go viral even though if they're not really good videos. Does that make sense? Well, I'm sure we've seen all that type of content, right? It's kind of like with OnlyFans, you know? Not everybody needs to be a porn star, but sometimes the algorithm picks up just ugly enough and just desperate enough and feeds it to you. And you know, I'm a big hate the game, not the player type of guy, but there's a lot of people who play for your team that will ruin the match for everybody, if you know what I mean. Oh, nice, 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 nice. I saw him dip around that car. I get it. I get it. And don't take this as me preaching from a pedestal, right? I've done dumb things. For a long time, I was the dumbest guy on two wheels on the internet. Around 2016, you couldn't hop on YouTube without seeing me doing 200 miles an hour. Not to say that going 200, it's not even just that 200 miles an hour is dumb either. It's just I was dumb for doing it, you know? And I only briefly touched on Jixerbra, but man, send your thoughts and prayers and your love to Jixerbra. I want him to be doing better. My camera died, so I pulled over here to change the battery, and I figured this would be a safe place to do it because I know that DancingMoto is not allowed within 500 yards of a children's playground, so we're safe here. But I did want to say this, like Jixerbra got hit by a truck, right? Just pulled across in front of him, and he's a brilliant rider. We all know that. If you watch Jixerbra's videos, you know for a fact that he is an amazing rider. He can wheelie, he can lean. I think he's even technically run from GSP, which is insane. But all that being said, you're still not immune. It doesn't matter how good of a rider you are in the streets. You're not invincible. You're not immune to the repercussions of what other people are doing. But that is going to be it for me, guys. Just want to throw in some 2 cents on some drama. It's been a minute since I've seen some drama on the internet revolving around two wheels, so I just kind of want to throw my 2 cents in. I thought it might be fun. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, had an excellent weekend, and we will see you guys in the next one. Later. Now it's time to go inside and smoke a blunt, big old fat blunt. Motherfuck, motherfuck, noise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 for noise. Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers, rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts, rolling blunts and smoke them. $15, little man, put that shit in my hand. If that shit doesn't grow, then you owe me, oh, my jungle love. Oh, I think I wanna know ya. Yeah, what? Without Googling it, tell me that reference. All right, we'll see you in the next one.